So my friend sent me this the other day.
In a world of circuits and codes, where dragons, snakes, and bears explode, their bites and bits a sinister node. In the heart of crisis, where darkness corrodes,
And naturally, we had a long discussion afterwards about what this means for the future of musicians, the future of music, the music industry, record labels. And it seems obvious that, music is now the new frontier that AI is going to be attacking, and it's going to do exactly what it did to visual arts just like a year or two ago. And people are talking about this. There's a few YouTube videos out. But most of them seem to be missing the point, I think. Because from a creator's point of view, it doesn't really matter if an AI or a machine can do the same thing that I can do, or can do it even better. Because as a creator, the process of creating is what is important for me. You see, people still play chess, even though chess computers have been better at it for years, even long before AlphaGo or AI. If the pandemic taught us anything, is that once people just get a little bit of spare time, some mental space, they're immediately going to go back to playing games, making art, exploring self-expression, the complete opposite of what the system that we have in place pushes for. Because we have a capitalist system in place all over the world now. And this capitalist system commoditizes art. So instead of art being an experience, it becomes an object, something to buy, something to possess. I mean, obviously you can buy an experience. When I'm saying art as an experience, I'm saying art as the creative experience, And that's what's important to me and to all other musicians and artists. Which is why I don't really think AI is just another tool. Of course, the allure is there to sort of use AI to create your lyrics if you're not good at writing lyrics, or just come up with a chord progression, something you're struggling with, finding a chorus for your song or something like this. Or generating album art. Oh my god, all the AI album art that's been generated for small independent artists the last year or two. All of this is moving in the wrong direction. And all this is negating the true nature of your own humanity. And even though these neoliberal ideologies keep trying to tell us we're born to sort of cheat and exploit each other as individualistic, selfish agents in this game, that's not true. That's not the only theory out there. We're just being led to believe that that's an objective point of view on humanity and mankind. But it's not. And as an artist, it's very important to not lose sight of the fact that we're making this for ourselves. And I don't mean ourselves to just leave it on the hard drive or in our desk drawer. That's not what making it for ourselves means. But the part that's not about communicating with people out there, creating music for someone else, is about the process. It's about being creative. And that's what I think all writers, artists, painters, musicians enjoy. So that's the one part of it. The other part is the commodity itself. So once this is created and it's being sold to the consumer, I think the consumer also cares. Many years ago, Walter Benjamin wrote this fantastic essay, Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, where he welcomes this new era where we can finally say goodbye to the aura that's supposed to be in these objects, these artifacts that the artist creates, that we think is there because the artist made it with their own hands. And sort of he welcomes this sort of disruptive, revolutionary false. He was Marxist. But I think, even though the essay is really interesting and has some wonderful ideas in it, I think he's fundamentally wrong about this. If we look at philosophy, and especially phenomenology, there is this kind of pre-symbolic interaction with matter that I think is important to human beings, where, there's no language or rational thinking necessarily involved, where you're just involved with, picking your guitar strings, feeling how that feels against your skin, you're modeling with clay, you're painting with black ink, feeling the smell of the ink, you're in this wonderful little feedback loop with yourself, pressing keys on a keyboard or on a piano. I mean, this whole physical aspect of interacting is why we do it. This is what we enjoy. It's not a means to an end. It's not a means to an end at all. There's no instrumental rationalism in it. And of course, we've all lost sight of that in today's sort of consumer, product-oriented, late capitalist world. But I think we need to find that again. And I think a lot of consumers already see it. I mean, why would people buy records on vinyl unless they're searching for that aura somehow? Why are people going to live concerts much more than they used to, unless live music does something very special for you? There's a research paper that proves that live music invigorates parts of the brain in a very different way than just recorded music does. And this makes AI completely irrelevant, because AI can never do that. The whole thing with AI is that it just copies and replicates, so it can create novel creativity, but it will still feel worthless, which it does, because you can always just generate a new song, a new image in the blink of an eye. And it's not that it doesn't cost anything, because it does. There's an enormous waste of energy going to power all these GPUs to create, all this trash. But AI can never overcome this kind of response that we have to it. I mean, we were initially in awe of DALL-E 1 and, Midjourney. Within a few months, people were just completely bored with all this output, even though it was really impressive, beautiful stuff. That's not the point. The point is, it's not made by a human being. It doesn't have the aura. And people want that aura as well, not just I as a creator, as a writer of music, as a painter of paintings, as an illustrator, but people want that aura. People want to buy something that was made by a human being, and they're willing to pay a lot more for it. The complete absurdity, of course, arrives when there's an AI on both sides of this equation, both the creator and the consumer. And we're already seeing signs of this, really, aren't we? Where, an AI created an image and another AI posted this on social media, and then the third AI is commenting on that image on social media, trying to generate some sort of social media traction. And you sit there as a human being and you realize you just left out of this whole loop. Is that really what kind of society we want? We need to remember who we're doing stuff for, I think. The system that we have in place has always wanted human beings to become machines, emotionless entities, increasingly effective, producing wealth for a minority elite. And it's obvious now that, the robots and the AI is going to be much better at being machines than we are, because, of course, they are machines. Human beings, on the other hand, we can make a choice about this. We don't need to be on this roller coaster, really. I'm sure AI and robots can fix a lot of problems in society, eliminate a lot of jobs that people don't really want to have, and free up some spare time, to actually be creative and enjoy life. But by the looks of it, as long as we're running everything on this operating system of capitalism, that's not what's going to happen. See, what I'm talking about here are themes that are being explored on our album. The dystopian future that awaits us unless we don't address these issues is, what I was writing that album about. Here it is, with Ted Parsons' analog handmade collages on the cover. and on vinyl, you know, for you to enjoy with the full aura of the creative process embedded in it. I don't know about you, but, you know, this is the type of thing that I would appreciate, you know, not AI-generated music, AI-generated art. No one enjoyed creating that. No one's going to enjoy listening to it.